This block of Tillamook yellow cheddar cheese. Spent 2.5 hours in the smoker, being cold smoked with alder wood. Let's taste a piece of this wonderful cheese. Mmm. Mmm. Smoky good. Cold smoking the cheese. We like Tillamook around here. It's good quality stuff. I like to cut it into smaller pieces. It's a 2-pound block. So we're just eyeballing about half-pound hunks. I want 4 hunks out of this. It's important to cold smoke the cheese. In your regular smoker, the heat that's creating the smoke is directly under usually the meat, but under whatever you're smoking, and the cheese just melts. I'll tell you how I know that. A couple of years ago, we were smoking some cheese, and the cheese was almost done. Thought it'd be a good idea to put the turkey into the smoker and turn up the heat just a little bit. I didn't think the cheese would be affected that quick, and I came back a few minutes later and opened up the door, and my cheese was gone. A little bit dripping from the rack, and it just disappeared. It had melted down and got all over the turkey. So we pulled, well, there was nothing to pull out, but I just finished smoking the turkey, and we ended up eating cheesy smoked turkey that day. Wasn't bad, but it wasn't expected, and it's not something I would do on purpose. Anyhow, let's get back to smoking cheese. So I cut it into some small blocks. We're going to place it on the rack. I just run a Masterbuilt electric smoker with a cold smoke attachment on the side. Before we even fire it up, I'm going to place cheese on the rack. You might look at this and think it's dirty. It is. It's seasoned. Kind of like cast iron gets seasoned, right? Okay, so we're going to lock our cheese in the cabinet. I'm not even going to turn the power on to the main smoker unit. I don't want any heat. I just want smoke. So down here I've got the power switch on the smoker side. This has a tower that you can put in chips or pellets. Wood matters more here than in most any other smoking job, because the cheese is doing nothing but soaking up flavor for hours. Stick with mild woods like alder, cherry, and apple. I've tried hickory on cheese and it works for some people, but it's kind of bitter and overpowering. Here we're going to stick with alder. For timing, we like to run this for about 2 or 3 hours, depending on how strong we want the cheese to taste, how big the block is. You want to keep the temperature under 90 degrees, preferably 70 or 80. Sometimes the built-in temperature gauges aren't really accurate. You may want to stick a probe in there once in a while and just make sure your machine's accurate. At 100 degrees, your cheese will start to get soft and melt out. We want to flip our cheese halfway through. We want both sides to smoke evenly. And don't do a taste test right out of the smoker. Fresh off the rack always tastes harsh. Once it's rested, it just tastes a lot better. And this brings me to the last step. Don't skip this step. The reason some people try to smoke cheese and say it's not for them, straight out of the smoker, the surface flavor is harsh and tastes a little acrid. Completely normal. Wrap it loose in parchment. Don't use plastic. You see I'm using wax paper here. It's not ideal, but it's better than a plastic bag. Let it rest in the fridge for at least 24 hours. Honestly, a couple of days is better, and some people go a couple of weeks. The resting time lets the smoke flavor migrate deeper into the cheese and mellows it out, instead of just sitting all bitter and gross on the surface. If you skip this step, you'll think the whole process failed when really you just dived in too early. On a final note, if you want to keep this cheese fresh for months instead of weeks, we've got the vacuum sealing method coming up in the next video. The link will be down in the description. Subscribe if you're building out your own homestead pantry. This block of Tillamook yellow cheddar cheese spent 2.5 hours in the smoker, being cold smoked with alder wood. Let's taste a piece of this wonderful cheese. Smoky good.